Wyatt Davis, did you know his grandfather is NFL Hall of Famer Willie Davis?
I did not.
Did you know his dad is an actor who played both Buster Douglas and Joe Louis in movies and was in the program?
I'm 0 for 2. I had no idea. Welcome back to the 2021 Draft Position Preview Series presented by Pepsi. We're here in the BetMGM studio talking the interior of the offensive line. We know Mekhi, Becton, and George Fant are on the outside at tackle, but how about in the inside?
Well, it all starts in the trenches for Joe Douglas and the New York Jets. Connor McGovern, I think, is going to be a very good system fit under Mike LaFleur. You have grizzled veterans with starting experience at the guard position in Alex Lewis and Greg Van Roten. Douglas also added to this group in free agency by signing Dan Feeney. The former Charger was a center last year before he actually started his career at guard, so he offers valuable position flexibility for this team.
All right, so Pat Elflein and Josh Andrews both left in free agency, so it's feasible Joe Douglas would want to add some reinforcements up front on the interior. And up top, we're talking about Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC, number 75, who actually has both guard and tackle experience.
Yeah, and it's a fascinating case study because as we look at the draft order, the Jets at 2 and 23 in the first round, Vera Tucker is probably going to wind up somewhere in between those two numbers. But he's a guy who flashed tremendous versatility. Anybody who goes from an interior position at guard and then excels at tackle shows you just how special a talent they are. And he was the Pac-12's best overall talent, but on Sundays he's probably playing on the interior equally efficient as a pass blocker and run blocker.
There are a lot of good prospects on the interior. Two monstrous people, two monstrous humans, just to throw their names out there. Deontay Brown out of Alabama, Ben Cleveland out of Georgia. But let's focus on the Big Ten and specifically Wyatt Davis.
6'4", 315 pounds. Ohio State always has a very prolific offense, and he kept Justin Fields clean. But where he really excels is he's such a tremendous run blocker, powerful, probably better in smaller spaces than in space. And with that being said, the Jets are running a zone blocking scheme next year. Is he better suited or better tailored for a system that favors more power? We'll have to see. Bottom line, if he's on the board at 23 or 34, he's got to be under consideration.
All right, so let's wrap things up at the pivot at center in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with Landon Dickerson, who actually has at least one start at each of the 5 positions along the offensive line.
Well, he started his collegiate career at Florida State, and it was marred by injuries. Then he goes to Alabama, he makes the transfer, plays a little bit of guard, becomes a full-time center last year. 6'6", awesome length coming from the center position. He is a guy who's not the best mover, but he's violent. He's going to strike you. He's going to win in those short area spaces, and people rave about his character and leadership.
His biggest question, the medical. He tore his ACL in December. Another center to watch, Creed Humphrey out of Oklahoma, a decorated resume for the Sooners. And if you want more draft coverage, stay right here on NewYorkJets.com.